Hi, I'm Zachary Halpert. I'm the 305 Sports Hub. I'm here with Gianni Campanello and Charlie Kellett. Today, we're going to be talking about NFL division predictions. First, we're going to start with the AFC East. Gianni?
I'm gonna go with the Bills. I really do think that what we saw in that AFC title game last year was really, really special. I think Gabriel Davis is gonna take a step and really, truly elevate himself to that number two receiver role opposite Stephon Diggs. I think Dawson Knox is an ascending young tight end. I think Josh Allen is a top five quarterback in the league. I think their defense is always consistently gonna keep you in a game. I think the real big X factor for the Bills is the O line. Can it hold up against? Because you can never count out Bill Belichick. He's going to have a plan. He'll attack the O line. The Dolphins with young pass rushers like Jalen Phillips, Emmanuel Ogba, and others, and they're attacking 3-4 with new defensive coordinator. They could be dangerous. And then you got the Jets who picked Jermaine Johnson. They've got Carl Lawson coming back from an Achilles injury. They've got Quinnen Williams. For the Bills, if they can get that O line going, I think it's their division to lose. I could see the Patriots or perhaps even the Dolphins scrapping on a wild card run if all permits, but I think it's the Bills' division to lose.
Well, I completely agree. I think it's definitely the Bills' division to lose, and barring an unforeseen collapse, I have a really hard time seeing anyone else winning this division. At least for me, I think the real exciting part of the AFC East this year is that race for second place, because I think both the Patriots and the Dolphins have a good chance at making the playoffs this year. You know, you got Bill Belichick, he can always run that defense. Matt Patricia calling plays potentially for that offense could be a little problematic, but I think that the Patriots should come back strong this year, and I think Mac Jones should make a leap. And then the Dolphins, they picked up Tyreek Hill. They made some improvements this offseason. I think that that should be a really exciting race.
Before we get away from the division, one quick thing to notice a common theme in that division was
Yeah.
speed. You saw it with the Patriots, arguably a reach, but I do think it's got potential. Tyquan Thornton in the second round, second fastest player at the combine. You saw Tyreek Hill, obviously. You've got Jalen Waddle down in Miami. Speed. All of these teams are getting more athletic, so it's going to be all the more electric race.
And I've just gotten word from producer Ray that Gronk is returning to the NFL. He's going to be playing for the LA Chargers and is
Wow.
calling Justin Herbert the next Tom Brady. I think he is out of his mind. Herbert is good, but I do not think anyone will come close to the production that Tom Brady has put up in the NFL.
Ian
I
Rappaport,
think he is out of his mind.
Ian Rappaport reports it's a 1 year incentive laden deal, and Gronk will also be getting a penthouse as part of the contract in LA.
Hey, I mean, that's got to be the big kicker for the deal. I mean, living in LA, playing with Justin Herbert on what should be a playoff team, not a bad deal for Gronk here.
And he gets back with
Yeah.
old Patriots teammates like J.C. Jackson. I do think that is a really good pick. Assume if Gronk is anything close to what he used to be, that's a really good pickup for
Yeah.
the Chargers.
I mean that's it's crazy, but I don't know. I think the Chargers are way over their head in this pickup. I feel like they had a good enough offense, and I think they're just finding a way to try and make themselves seem scarier than they already are.
I actually disagree with that. I really don't have confidence in that Chargers tight end room. I mean, I believe Gerald Everett's currently.
You've
their
seen
starter.
flashes of Everett. You've just never seen
Yeah.
them put it all together.
But that veteran presence on that team can be really helpful. Gronk, he's been there in those Super Bowls. I believe he's won 3 already. And that can be super helpful for both a guy like Justin Herbert, who could use that rock of a tight end that maybe he isn't what he once was, but you could use that veteran presence in that receiving room. And it's also a really good young influence on some guys like Mike Williams that could use that veteran experience. I
Ian
think.
Rappaport and Peter Schrager are also reporting that when Gronk signed the contract, he acknowledged that he may not be tight end one. He may have to settle for a tight end two role, but he was more than glad to mentor some of the younger guys in that room.
I do feel his injury history though could really
You can't
turn
bank
him
on
away.
Gronk playing a full 16 games.
Yeah,
season
exactly.
anymore.
I don't see him playing all 16. I see him maybe playing 7, 8 games max.
Well, I guess here's another question. Do you think this impacts the Chargers division hopes out in the AFC West?
I don't believe it has too major of an impact on what they were to do. I think they were the division leader before the signing. I think it just gives them another weapon on the offense to help them improve. But I do feel as though even without Gronk, they would have taken the division by storm.
In what is arguably the best division in pro sports, I'm gonna. I don't necessarily hate the pickup. I'm gonna say I don't think it moves the needle. I think the Chargers have the talent to scrap out to claim the division crown, especially if the Chiefs take a slight step back. But I don't think this moves the needle. But regardless, I can still see the Chargers making a run.
All right, well, we're going to go ahead to commercial. This has been Zachary Halpert, Johnny Campanello, and Charlie Kellett on the 305 Sports Hub. Have a good day.